Hello America, I'm Joan Cravens with JoansGumbo.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make award-winning gumbo in 4 easy steps. Welcome back. First of all, I'm going to get rid of these shoes and get comfy. And we're going to start out, got my gumbo pot, and I've already pre-measured the water, and this is all the amounts are in my recipe package. I get that going, get the fire going, and then alright, now we've got our water in the pot. These are fresh chopped ingredients, and we're going to be putting that in. Bell pepper, the celery, and the onions. There we go. I pre-chop mine ahead of time so that I don't have to spend so much time when I actually start boiling my gumbo. And then I've got my garlic, fresh garlic. I never use anything but fresh garlic when I cook. And then I've got the okra, and you can either use fresh or frozen, doesn't matter. Next, we've got 1 can of rotel tomatoes. It gives it a little kick along with the spice. And speaking of the spice, this is my secret spice. Have several ingredients in here, and you can order this on joansgumbo.com and make it exactly like I'm doing today. And now I'm going to add the spice. It's a secret though. This is exactly what you get. It's the recipe card and the different ingredients that go into the spice. And you don't really have to add anything more. It's kind of spicy, but not too spicy. If you want to make it a little hotter, just add more pepper, but it's perfect the way it is. Now I'm going to be showing you how to make the roux. The roux is really an easy process. A lot of people are scared of that, but it's just oil and flour you brown. This is 3/4 cup of oil. And then we're going to do a cup of flour. You always want a little bit more flour than you do the oil. It doesn't have to be exact. In fact, I add a little bit more flour sometimes because I like for it to thicken pretty good. And then we're going to be simply just getting it started, and when it gets going and it's kind of simmering a little bit, then you're just going to watch it for a long time. Now I've got the roux going, and we're just going to watch it real closely and get through that in a little bit. In the meantime, our gumbo's starting here. Okay, this is the color that is sort of peanut butter. I'm going to take it just a little stage darker than this, and then we'll be ready to set this aside. We're at the end of the roux making. See there, it's just a little darker than peanut butter, but that's a perfect color. Has the best flavor, and it also, at this stage, it thickens just the right amount for the gumbo. So if you get it too dark, it won't thicken your gumbo like the way I like to do it. Now we're going to go into step 2, which is a simple process also. Our gumbo is been cooking on the stove for about 15 minutes. Actually, the okra is falling apart tender. And I'll show you a little bit about that. This is what it looks like. It's real tender and it's falling apart. And that gets it out of the slimy stage that okra sometimes gets into. So that's ready. And we're going to drop in our 3 crabs. These are fresh crabs from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. And shrimp also. We love our seafood here on the coast. And now we've got the 3 crabs in, and we're going to turn the boil up just a little bit to get it going kind of high again. And then we've got our shrimp. And the shrimp that I like is this size here. And I also save my package. I actually buy them frozen. If I get fresh, I can get fresh. But it's a 36-40, and which is a good size. I wouldn't go any bigger than that. You could go smaller. But for gumbo, you don't want the huge, big jumbo shrimp. So we're going to put the shrimp in carefully. Stir it up a little. Give it a little TLC. And then we're going to bring that back to a boil. And then we'll go to the next step after that. Woo, smells good. Can you smell that? Oh,
yes.
You got to take a picture of this. Oh, that's so good. This is the shrimp and the crabs. So now it's time to add the roux. Now what I've done, I've taken the roux, it's cooled off a lot. I put it in here so you can really see a better color of it. And then you just gradually fold this in, not with my spatula. Let me get my spoon back here. I'm going to gradually add this in and stir it as it's boiling, just a little at a time. And what this is thickening the gumbo. Makes it into sort of like a gravy. Not a gravy, but it's just like more of a seafood gumbo. It's coming out real nicely. And sometimes it thickens better than other times. And if I see it's as thick as I like it, I stop. It's not quite as thick as I like it, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Usually it takes about all of this batch to make it right. Looks good. So basically the gumbo is finished now. I'm going to let it simmer just a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back and then we're going to fold in the crab meats. All right, here's the gumbo. It's almost finished, and it's not quite thick enough yet. Plus the color's not as dark as I like. So now what I'm going to do is show you how I make it the darker color that we like for our seafood gumbo to have. Okay, now we're back. The gumbo's just about ready. It's not quite as dark color as I like, so we're going to add a little kitchen bouquet, just a little teaspoon, tablespoon, until I get the correct color. That looks pretty good. And now the last step is folding in the crab meats. And I've already checked these to make sure all the shell's out of there. This is the dark crab meat. I usually put twice as much the dark crab meat as I do the white crab meat, and or you can mix match it any way you want to do, as my recipe tells you. But that, and I don't cook it long after that because this is already cooked. It mostly you just want to fold it in because you still want to see the big hunks of crab meat when you eat your gumbo. Okay folks, now's the test. Gumbo's ready, and here in South Mississippi we love serving potato salad on the side also. So just put a little potato salad over here and kind of drag my little spoon of gumbo through that. Also, as always, you serve gumbo on rice. I've got my rice here, my gumbo, the corn for the grandkids, which I'm going to eat this one, and then I take my potato salad, dip it in a little gumbo. Wonderful. A little French bread. You sprinkle little green onions on it if you want to. It doesn't get any better than this. Yummy. Thank you folks for stopping by joansgumbo.com today and watch me make my award-winning gumbo. And I hope your family enjoys it as much as my family does. Good gumbo.
Years ago today, I was passing through, was on my way, headed for the promise of the Creole land. I couldn't find a single sign, so I pulled into this 5 and dime. I looked around and I noticed this old man. I said, "I'm lost, could you help me please? I'm here to find me a Cajun queen." He just grinned and said, "Yes, I can." He said, "I know a little shortcut, and it's such a real nice ride. When you get there, boy, you'll know it. And let me warn you, if you take it just one time, you'll never say goodbye."
you take it just one time, you'll never say goodbye.
Before I knew it, we made it right there and hardly traveled anywhere. I felt like a prisoner in paradise. No one's seen that old man I met that day since he set me down Florinda's Way. Longest ride I've ever been on in my life. He said, I know a little shortcut, and it's such a real nice ride. When you get there, son, you'll know it. But let me warn you, if you take it just one time, you'll never say goodbye.